Hey guys, what's going on? Super excited. This is my first YouTube video about cooking. It's been something I've been promising for a long time to my friends to do. I love cooking. I love preparing for my friends, preparing for myself, preparing for my lovely girlfriend who's behind the camera. And you know, it's kind of been called by some people a dead end project that I was gonna actually make like a YouTube video about something I cooked. But I decided, you know, screw it. I got inspired by a friend who actually has a successful YouTube channel, and I decided I'm gonna do this as well and share with you some of the recipes I like. Now, this is something I've never done before, but it kind of goes in line with the kind of things I like to do. Things that are really simple that anyone can make. I have no culinary experience aside from what I've learned from YouTube and Google, and that's just stuff I do like once or twice a week. It's not the biggest hobby of mine, but it's something I love to do. I love cooking for my friends. I love making stuff that's really delicious and super simple. Something that anyone can do, and the hardest thing that you're going to experience with any of this is just getting the ingredients. So, first as first, get yourself a nice drink. So I'm making fish, and it's white fish today. Sea bream doesn't have extremely strong flavor. You want a light drink. I made myself a gin and tonic, one of my favorite drinks. So this is very simple. Like I said, we're gonna turn this into a bit of a sandwich. Alright, so I'll make some space for myself to cut up the figs. But basically, first thing I'm gonna do is cover this in prosciutto. Okay, so I might as well get both sides done first. What I was gonna do initially is do one side, stack the fish on top of it, and then do the other fish. But I feel like there's no point to that. To have everything ready as it is. So, let's get our trusty prosciutto out. Kosher prosciutto for those who are worrying about it, I can promise you. And in no particular way, just lay it on top of your fish. Have as much as you want on it. I guess don't overdo it. Put one more slice on, and I think we're good to go. Now the one thing that's missing from this, and I don't think is a big deal, is I don't have butcher string. What I wanted to do is actually tie these together. So here we go. We got our gin and tonics on. Cheers. Shabbat shalom.
L'chaim.
Prosciutto covered sea bream. L'chaim. And now all I gotta do is cut up enough figs so that I can cover both sea breams in it. Nothing fancy behind this. I don't care what anyone says. If anyone tells you there's some kind of fancy technique to cutting up figs, they're lying to you and just trying to sell you their bullshit techniques. I'm sorry to tell you. This fillet right on top of the other fillet, sandwich it over. I'm gonna be very gentle. Like I said, I don't have any butcher string, which is just a reality of life. Sometimes you have things, sometimes you don't. I was actually really happy and excited that the lovely camera woman here was able to find some figs, because it's not really in season right now. And in Israel, we kind of eat in season. We don't have limes right now, which in the rest of the world you kind of do. That's just a side note. So here we go. Guys, you saw how quick this took. This is me talking, this is me drinking, this is me taking pauses, this is me taking my time to do it slowly. This should really be no longer than a 2-minute ordeal. And then you put it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes and you have one of the fanciest fucking dinners you ever had in your life. And I promise you, if you bring a girl over and you make her this dinner, pour a nice glass of gin and tonic or some white wine if that's what she's into, you're gonna watch some good movies afterwards, I can promise you that. So take notes, fellas. Perfect. Now the only part I'm worried about, the part that's scaring me the most about this whole entire adventure that I have here going on, is when I transfer it to the cooking tray. Because we don't have any butcher string. And now I finally understand why you want to put some butcher string on it. Oh, one little part I forgot, which is also very important. I'm gonna cover this, not entirely, but I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of olive oil on this, some salt, and a little bit of pepper. I'm not a big fan of black pepper. I find it to be a very plain and not exciting taste, but I'm gonna put some on anyway because that's what the recipe calls for, and I'm a good listener. So, Abigail, direct me to the olive oil. I found it. Here we go. So I'm gonna put a little bit on. Just a bit over the top. I'm gonna try not to make too much of a mess. Here we go. Look at that beautiful little olive oil. It's a bit much, but whatever. See, the fig is falling off. No big deal. We'll fix that in a second. And now I see we have the overhyped, overpriced, and completely unnecessary Himalayan pink salt. People will get over it soon. The taste is not really any different, but whatever, you guys paid money for it, so go for it. But since we have it in this household, that's what we're gonna do. Get a bit of fresh cracking on. Don't get too much. I think it would be kind of weird to have too much salt on a cake with fruit on it. Thank you, Abigail, for providing me this lovely baking tray. There we go. Guys, simple as it gets. Like I said, I don't have the patience. Whenever I do a recipe I want to make delicious, I don't spend too much time on the ingredients and everything like that. I like to keep it simple. I'm a busy man, I'm a full-time worker. I love doing my sports, I love going out. And last thing I want to do is spend too much time in the kitchen. Sometimes it's worth it. Other times you just want to make something delicious and spend very little time in it. So wish me luck. I'm gonna hold this in my hands like this, and transfer it onto this tray. Okay, I'm super excited for this, guys. Let me fix this just to make sure it's attached together. I regret not having butcher string, but that's life. I think it'll still be delicious.
We're rolling.
Hey guys, so we have it in there, like I said, for about 16 minutes, 17 minutes, doesn't really matter. It looks delicious. It's kind of fused together a little bit, the two sides of this little fish fillet sandwich that we have going on. And now, the best part, I'm going to try it. Now this is kind of a reaction video as well, because I've never had this before. I've never made it before, I've never tried it before. I'm going to pretend it's delicious because I made it and I need you guys to believe that it's good. Otherwise, what's the point? But you might see a real reaction in my face. If I don't like it, you can probably tell. So let's see. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, this knife is sharp enough. Again, we've been nice with the butcher twine, because like, it's hard to cut through the prosciutto. But whatever, we're gonna shred it apart and just eat it in one bite anyway. Just gonna have it all together. Every piece is important. To have the fig in there, to have the fish in there, and definitely to have the prosciutto. Okay. Because I'm not a slob. You know what? I am a slob. Whatever. I was gonna put this on a plate, but I'm not going to. So here we go. Thank you very much. So here we go. Fish, prosciutto, and fig in one bite. Good Lord. Guys, forget what I said earlier. That was delicious. I know that you think, because I said that I'm going to pretend it's delicious, that I might be pretending, but that's delicious. As far as if you can rank simplicity and taste, as far as like how simple something is to make something so tasty, this is up there. I don't know how to explain the mathematics behind it, but that was delicious. For a total of 20 minutes worth of work, whoa, amazing. Abby, you want to try some? You want me to slice some? Okay, I'll slice this some. Oh, here, it's perfect. Okay, so I got some prosciutto on here for her. Her mom can't know that she's eating prosciutto. Okay, here we go. Let's try.